Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 here with Rangers. We're about to take on Hearts at Tynecastle just now. Let's jump right into it without further ado. They are sitting 4th in the league, currently only 3 points behind ourselves actually, so we need to be a little bit careful here. We've beaten them 13 times, drawn 3 times and lost 3 times, so hopefully we can improve on that record further here. Murray Wallace will be out of the squad of course because of that injury that he has at the minute. Where's Denswell? Oh, Denswell's at right wing there. We've obviously just changed it. Do you know what? Let's just scrap this. We've been off on winter break a couple of weeks, so let's just redo the team. Right back, Sebastian Young and Byram are both injured. Sebastian Young is capable according to the fitness tests. He's returning to full fitness imminently, so he will make his debut today. Manuel Riedel and Stefano Denswell will be the centre-back pairing. Left-back, of course, Cameron Borthwick-Jackson. In the middle of the park, we'll go with Danilo Cataldi. And... no, wait a minute. He's injured, isn't he? Yeah, fitness test not required. We will go with John McGinn then as our box-to-box option. And we will go with Jamie Burr-Jonas as the deep-line playmaker. On the right-hand side there, I'm going to go with Jordan Houston. He can come back into the side. In the middle here, Andre Horta will play. And on the left-hand side, we will go with Akram Afif. See if he can recapture his best form. He's wanted by Real Betis. We haven't actually transfer listed Afif though. And up top we will go with Alberto Ciacherri, who will play of course as an advanced forward. Morelos has been completely off it recently, so we've recalled Ciacherri here for another option. Hopefully he can do the business for us. On the bench will be McCrory, Mitchell, Cataldi, Podence, Henderson, Gallagher and Morelos. Not many players actually to go on the bench, pretty thin squad at the minute. So, that is the team without further ado. We're going to Tynecastle. Hopefully we can get out there, we can bang a couple of goals in, and we can beat them. Of course, this 4-2-3-1 does leave us more open than our three centre-back formation, but hopefully we'll still be able to do the business. John Cummings playing up top for Hearts there. He looks decent. Let's get a wee scout report on him. But everybody else is actually a real player. We have 3 regens in our team, so the regens starting to creep into the game a little bit, but still mostly real players playing for the teams here. Let's just encourage the boys as Hearts kick off. That's not the best ball ever by June. Okay, Sebastian Young making his debut, of course, with the throw. Good one to Horta. Now Houston. Falkirk are ahead already in their game. Burr-Jonas picks a pass. Ciacherri peels out wide. That's great play by both of them. Ciacherri driving at goal. Now smashes it from a tight angle. It's a good save from Hamilton, but that just shows the mobility that Ciacherri's got up there running around, stretching the line. Vaughan whipping in Hearts' corner now, away by Afif. It's a pretty lively start to the game. Agyapong, pass 2 and then in. And it's 1-0 to Hearts after 2 minutes. I think we have to demand better than that. It's not a good start, obviously. Right, come on, quick equaliser. Ciacherri to Denswell. Riedel, out wide Borthwick-Jackson, up to Afif quickly, there you go. Have a run at your fullback. No, into Horta. McGinn though, space in front of him. Plays it for Ciacherri, nice touch, he's in on goal, he shoots, he's put it over. And honestly, something's wrong with our attackers. Morelos can't hit a barn door, Ciacherri can't now, and Ciacherri's gashed his upper leg. Apparently he can play through though. Suter finding Townsend out wide. Byram closes down. Well, sorry, not Byram, Houston. Young will pick it up, play it to Houston. Run, Houston. No, Houston goes over the top. It's a great ball. Ciacherri gets there before the defenders. His third clear-cut opportunity of the day. This one he takes. There you go. Praise. Well done getting back in on this. Houston with a great ball. Great run, Ciacherri, who's just torturing the defence. And finally a good finish from him. If he can keep getting in behind today, we shouldn't have any bother winning. As long as he keeps scoring. June, well done. Ciacherri wins it back there. McGinn, Burr-Jonas, can we take the lead before 10 minutes after going behind before 2? Houston heads it to Young. They're playing well together actually. Sebastian Young hits one in early. It's headed and it's in. It's Alberto Ciacherri. And 9 minutes in, we're ahead when we were behind after 2. The 2 injured players there, Young and Ciacherri, combining. Excellent. Could not have asked for better than that when we went behind. Here's Young now. We're looking for 3-1 before 15 minutes. Burr-Jonas, Houston, taking them on down the line. Whips a teasing ball in. Townsend gets there first though. It's Vaughan. Hooks it clear, Jonas cushions it to a Fief though. Horta now, can he find a pass? No, he's lost it to McCart. Not helped by a Fief either, it's over the top for Cummings. Denswell does well. Borthwick Jackson now to Horta. Here we go, we're playing more like a team now that wants to win this. A Fief, Alberto Ciacherri, McGinn's driving in, former Hibs man McGinn. It's a good save, Hamilton. But it was a poor finish. I mean, we could have 4 or 5 goals already with the chances we've created here. It's been poor finishing that time from McGinn. Actually, Ciacherri has 2 goals before 15 minutes. He's got us ahead in the game and he's actually missed a couple of sitters. But as well as we've been playing, it's only a 1-goal lead. They've only had the 1 shot, of course, which was that early go-ahead goal for them. We've had 12 with 7 of those being on target, but we've only managed the 2 goals. And it looks like we'll have a 1-goal lead to take into half-time here. We will indeed. And Afif and Horta have both been poor today. Passionately, very pleased. I've been playing very well today. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move Horta wide left, see if that gives him more room perhaps to play. And I'm going to take Afif off for Henderson. Let's hope we can continue as we did in the last 43 minutes of the first half. And just go out there and put them to the sword there. And Doom actually did well to intercept that before it went to Ciacherri up front. Adam Armstrong on up top. He's sometimes a bit of a pest. 16-1 shot count and we're only ahead by 1 goal. Liam Henderson has now picked up a knock as well. A lower leg injury. We're not getting any advice on him up here, which is a bit strange. Not a lot happening in the second half. 20 minutes to go. We are ahead by the 1 goal, of course. Gallagher's coming on for Henderson now due to his injury. And there's Jordan Houston injured. One of the guys who actually wasn't carrying an injury. Morelos can come on and Ciacherri can go wide on the right hand side there, play as a winger. 10 minutes left in the game. There has been absolutely 0 shots in the second half, which is a bit odd, but there you go. Hearts have had a couple now. We have a free kick. 6 added minutes is unreal as Matip tackles. Oh, and nearly puts it into his own net with a challenge. Let's just go contain now. We'll try and make sure we win this game. Tell the boys to tighten up as Horta prepares to take the corner. It's been a rare poor performance actually from Andre Horta today. As we go into the last couple of minutes here, 30 seconds, and we have the throw in inside Hearts territory. We should be able to just hang on to this 2-1 lead now. Sebastian Young finds Ciacherri. Can he stand it up for a chance? Actually, it's in for Morelos, but it's too deep for Morelos. It's not deep enough for Horta. McGinn will pick her up, and I think it probably will be ending 2-1 now. Alberto swinging it in again. It's another teasing one, but it just goes through to Jack Hamilton. This time he'll pick the ball up, and I think we're going to get the 2-1 victory here. And considering that we went behind very, very early to that Aguiepong goal, I'm relatively happy with this. That's a good tactical foul there, actually. Oh, actually it was offside. I thought Denswell had just taken out Armstrong there. But it's all over now. 2-1 Rangers. It is a good result. We played very well, and I'm actually disappointed that it's not more than the 2-1. But I'm going to say a good win. Alberto in his first game back after being recalled from his loan gets both goals today, and is out for 8 days to 2 weeks. Of course he is. Jordan Houston is out for 5 to 8 weeks with a twisted ankle. Liam Henderson 2 to 3 days with a bruised shin. So picked up a couple of injuries there. How are we doing the transfer market here? We're still waiting on the work permit for Walter Molina. Okay, fair enough. I think that's due on the 19th or something, that decision, so I think he's not going to be here by the Aberdeen game either. Possibly could play in the Scottish Cup 4th round against St Johnstone. All our eggs are basically in the one basket in the transfer market with Walter Molina coming in. We've really thinned out the squad. As Leandro Letiri gets a 7.0 and scores for Villarreal as they lose 4-1 against Levante. But he's improving a lot playing there in La Liga. Fine, Ross Lyon going to use Fife. Hibs are at Parkhead, 3-0 Celtic. They restore their 7-point lead over us, as we're about to take on Aberdeen up at Pittodrie. I wonder now, who are Celtic playing? We'll be taking on Aberdeen at Pittodrie. Celtic will host Kilmarnock at Parkhead. How many home games have they got? My God, man. Well, at least we can reduce it to a 4-point gap and put the pressure back on them before they play, but I don't see too much hope for Killie there, who are 8th in the league, getting anything at Celtic Park. Aberdeen are bottom, of course, really struggling, so hopefully we can put them to the sword. A 13 million bid for Borthwick Jackson. I'm going to again reject it, but I don't like... Well, will I reject it? Because he's got a minimum fee release of 12.5. So if we can actually get like 15, even if we have to take it staggered, it's probably a good deal to get him for more than his sell on. Nah, they've just met the release. Well, Borthwick Jackson's going to Bournemouth, so we need to look into getting another left back. Right, overview. Edit search left back. Oh, so we're already looking into left back. How smart are we? Right, Kieran Gibbs, 32 years of age. Decent, but not good enough. Kingsley, we don't like. Kurzawa. If we could get Kurzawa, that'd be a great deal. What's his injury? Pulled knee ligaments. He'll recover from that. Not bad. What about Van Aken? Just Van Aken of Heerenveen. Now of Burnley, of course, but he is a Heerenveen player. Possibly. What about Jay Da Silva, who's down at Wolves just now? £7 million player. Let's see. Philip Max, the German, playing for Werder Bremen. He looks like a good option. 28-year-old. Ricardo Esgaio, sort of 28-year-old, looks okay. Justin Hugma at Hoffenheim, doesn't look that great. Gregory Shenikov, the Russian, playing for Feyenoord, is not a bad player at all. What about the Eredivisie? Feyenoord are 9th in the Eredivisie, Jesus. What about Ajax? They're usually good for producing a good player or two. Jurgen Kielenkamp is a very good player. We're using him in our Youth Academy Challenge, which we're doing here with Ajax on the channel as well. Marcus Rojo is not bad. Sheen Nunnally's another we're using. Yeah, he looks okay. Right. Who's our left back actually? Mauro Savastano. Nah, he's not done the business clearly. Right, Ajax don't really seem to have any left back here. Geertz, who's a youth player. And we don't have anybody worthy in our youth team. Nah, not at left back certainly. Connor Moore is a pretty damn good option there, but don't have any left backs. This is pretty tough. Pretty tough. But Marcel Adelman, youngster at Wolfsburg, wanted by Bayern and Lyon. Well, he'd be great if we could get him, obviously. Oh, I have an idea. Let's do what we've done before. Let's look at Red Bull Salzburg. That's where we got Riedel from. Where's their left backs? They don't seem to have any left backs. Pokorny, nah. Nah, I don't like him. Well, so much for that idea. What about the Czech Republic? They're usually good for producing some good youngsters, some decent fullbacks. Who are they using? They're using him as well. Great. Our 21s, Slavia Prague's Svoboda. Look at him as well. We might as well just look at all these options, you know. Even down to the 19s, there's nobody there. And our 20s, nobody. Right. I think we're fishing at this point. We pretty much just need to continue, get those scout reports in and see what they're saying. Have Everton met the release as well? They have indeed. Borthwick Jackson, 12.5 million is a pretty good fee for Borthwick Jackson. Did we not get him on a free transfer? Yeah, we did. We picked him up on a free transfer. We got a good season out of him, so it's not a bad deal getting the 12.5 million for him. So, into the Aberdeen game, Denswell is suspended, Murray Wallace will come back in, so no issues there. Ciacherri injured, Morelos will come back in. Halloran onto the bench, Jordan Houston is out. So, I guess Daniel Podence will play this one, and I guess we'll be bringing a youngster onto the bench. Let's go for Connor Moore, I suppose, bring him up to the squad, put him on the bench today, so we can fill it. And that means the squad is Fulton, Young, Riedel, Wallace, Borthwick, Jackson, McGinn, Burjonas, Podence, Horta, Afif and Morelos. Aberdeen have a pretty good squad, man. They've got that Wright, who's played really, really well for them. I think we'll probably pinch him if they go down. This Ross Cowie, pardon me, guy is a pretty good young Scottish winger by the looks of him. Still got Shinnie. Tansey's not bad as well. They've got Edvard Tagseth on loan, who's a talented player. It's a bit weird. They shouldn't be down where they are, but let's hope we can pile the misery on them. Pick up where you left off, boys. The last 88 minutes of the game against Hearts was all Rangers, so hopefully we can just carry that on here against Aberdeen. That Giuliano guy is actually carrying a knock. There's a Afif now. Great. Afif should be able to play through apparently a tight calf, so hopefully he can. Nope, he's off. Great. Potential lower leg injury. I bet it's a torn calf or something now. We'll put Horta wide and we'll bring Henderson on to play in the middle, I guess. Fifov injured. Rooney and Giuliano both have knocks. What's going on? Is there a cold snap or something? The pitches are all hardened up or so? Everybody's getting injured. And absolutely nothing seems to have happened here in the game. 3 shots for us, 1 for them, nothing shown. But here we go now. Young, Henderson. Let's hit them quickly before the break here. McGinn in, Burjonas, bit of space. He hits a pot shot. It's a good save. McGinn picks it up, squares it. Nobody gambles. It falls to Horta, who almost busts through the net. 1-0, exactly when we needed it before half-time. I was actually worried that the goalkeeper's save there was going to be the end of the highlight, but thankfully we're onto it quick, and Horta makes no mistake there from about, 12 yards or so, just thunders the ball in. And Aberdeen will feel hard done by, I suppose. Not that we care. Right, let's just tell them here assertively, don't get complacent. We just want to make sure we keep our heads and win this game. We'll tell them to concentrate as well. As Borthwick Jackson puts it into the middle to Henderson. Now Burjonas. Morelos. Morelos really needs a goal, man. He's been on a dry spell for a wee while here. Borthwick Jackson, possibly last game for him today. And a Rangers shirt. Oh, and it's McGinn with the corner, I think. McGinn whips it in. Riedel flicks it on, and it is Manuel Riedel to make it 2-0, exactly what we needed. It's a bit strange there, the old restricted view seats for the manager. Bit odd, but there you go. McGinn will come off. Henderson can go and be a deep line playmaker alongside Burjonas. McGinn will come off, would you believe, for Connor Moore, making his Rangers debut today. He actually looks a better prospect to me now than Tim Gallagher does. I think we'll maybe try and farm Tim Gallagher out somewhere on loan and use Connor Moore sparingly instead. Burjonas, Henderson, Moore quickly moves it to Morelos, who finds Podence, hits a bit of a hopeful effort, but it's easy for Southwood to make the save as Kenny McLean comes on for Edvard Tagseth. They've still got other players, Aberdeen. How are they in the bottom of the league? Moore's corner is poor and away by Rooney, but we're certainly applying more pressure at the start of this half than we did all of the first half, actually, until we scored. Dinked in, Giuliano away, Henderson down, Burjonas can't quite find the space to shoot, and Aberdeen just about survive that pressure. Or do they? Burjonas, Moore, Horta can't get there, cleared away by Arundel, and that will be the end of the pressure. But now it's 11 shots to 1, so we're definitely asserting our dominance in the game now. With an hour gone, 2-goal lead should be relatively comfortable. How far adrift are they at the bottom, I wonder? Borthwick Jackson's throw, though, we'll see that in a moment. Burjonas, Borthwick Jackson, good ball, Henderson in space. Moore, Burjonas, Morelos moving it very well here. Henderson, Podence, out wide. Young, can he find a cross? He's got a lot of targets, crosses it first time. Moore's there, debut goal for Connor Moore. How good is that? So good, man. Andre Horta can come off for Dimitri Mitchell, I suppose. We better keep Mitchell sweet since he might be playing left back in the next game. Borthwick Jackson, now we're looking for an absolute hammering now here at Pittodrie. Into Henderson, squares it, it's deflecting around there. It should be cleared, it is indeed by Giuliano. But it's won by Riedel, Jonas, Henderson. We just seem to have so much space in front of us there. Oh, and as I say that, Henderson's moved it off Tansey. Now it's Wright looking to play in behind. May is in, Stevie May with a shot, and it's a great save by Ian Fulton to maintain the 3-0 scoreline here. Hopefully he gets a clean sheet today, he deserves it. Faced absolutely nothing until that, made a great stop. And hell, as a team we deserved the clean sheet. We've played really well today, given up nothing. You could argue we deserved it actually against another 3 points adrift of Partick now, Aberdeen. We deserved the clean sheet against Hearts actually. We allowed them one thing the entire bloody game right at the start. Moore's going to have to drop back now, being advanced playmaker. We are down to 10 men through injury, so we'll just tighten up and try and preserve our clean sheet. Padence whipping it into the danger zone. It falls at the back stick for Wallace, but it is well blocked. Shinnie will make the challenge and it'll play. It will go, and hopefully it will just peter out to a 3-0 now. Tell the boys to tighten up. And it'll be a pretty solid episode, I would say. Alberto Ciacherri coming back, getting some goals. Unfortunately picking up the knock there, but 3 points away at Hearts after being down after 2 minutes, and then 3 comfortable points away at Pittodrie against, fair enough, a struggling Aberdeen side, but nonetheless they have some quality. Stevie May, and 20 seconds or so from time, Stevie May scores, breaks a clean sheet, and it will end 3-1 here. It's a shame for Ian Fulton, you've got to feel for him, but there you go. Happens in football. Padence for Morelos, takes a touch, hunting a fourth perhaps, hits a shot way over the bar, and it should end 3-1. Come on, blow the whistle, man. Southwood for Aberdeen. Yep, no, he won't take the goal kick. It is over, it is 3-1. It was a comfortable victory. Took us a while to get the breakthrough just before half time, but we came out in the second half, fired up, pressed on, got the other 2 goals, and it was an easy enough victory at the end of the day. Unfortunately, Jonas is now out for 4 weeks, joining the injury list. Afif only 1 to 2 days, thankfully. And of course, Moore making his professional debut for us there. So we'll see how the game goes at Parkhead, and then we'll call this an episode. Ross Lyon is completing his move to East Fife, good for him. Come on. Hibs want to loan Mitchell, which is not happening. Malunia's work permit was rejected. We have appealed, and the decision will be made on the 23rd, which is the day we play St Johnstone. Come on. 1-0 Celtic. 90th minute Christian Atsu, and they maintain the 7-point gap now with 45 points left to play for. We've still got an easy way back into this. Just keep up our momentum and they will slip. Jason Scott playing well. Nah, he's never going to amount to anything. So who are the games next time in the league? We play St Johnstone, who we actually play in the cup as well. They're at Dundee. That could be tricky, away at Dundee. Some pace by Falkirk. 45 points at this point. How did they do last season? They were 6th last season. How many points did they accumulate? 49. So they're only 4 points behind where they ended last season. That is incredible pace by Falkirk. However, much better episode for ourselves this time. We lost against Falkirk and Celtic in the last episode, but we've rectified that now. We got the victory over Hearts, and we got the victory over Aberdeen, of course. 2 good, solid performances. Little scare against Hearts when we started the game, but we came out and we asserted ourselves, no problem at all. So that'll be it for this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please drop down below and leave a like on the video. Of course, to follow the series, see how we get on in the league, if we can catch Celtic, and how we do, of course, in our Champions League tie with Benfica. You can, of course, subscribe to the channel, which I'd be greatly appreciative of. But mostly just want to thank you for watching and say that I'll see you next time when we actually play St Johnstone twice, both times at Ibrox.